Welcome to the 360 Sync webinar where we're going to learn about Autodesk Submittals today. I'm going to do two demos here in a little bit that will show off how easy it is to copy Autodesk Submittals to our server, and then also how to copy our submittal data from Autodesk to Procore's submittal tool. But before we do that, we're going to identify the problem that we're about to solve. And we're going to identify that problem by me telling a story. So prior to becoming the product manager for 360 Sync, I was a project engineer for a large general contractor. So basically it was my job to manage any submittals that came across my desk for the subcontractors that I was assigned to. So basically what I would have to do is I would have to go into my project management system for my company and then create the submittal item right there. I would upload any attachments and save that submittal item. Then I would have to export that out and then document that either on the project or on the general contractor's PM system, or I would have to just back it up onto our server or on something like SharePoint, sometimes both. After that, I would then have to post the submittal into the owner or the architect's project management system so that they could review it and either approve it or reject it. I would usually wait about 7 to 14 days to get their response. And then once they provided that to me, I would review that response in their project management system. And then I would download any of the attachments. And then I would have to document those responses from the owner or architect back into the general contractor's project management system, my own company's system, probably my server or SharePoint or both. And then finally, I would have to then provide that to the specific subcontractor. So this was a manual process that took a lot of time. It was repetitive and time consuming. It was really frustrating because I always had to keep doing the same things multiple times. Also, I would have to send it out to a multitude of different users, whoever was going to be using that submittal or whoever was needed to review that submittal. I would have to send it out to them, and it was, if you're doing several a day, you might screw something up. So the potential for error was high. So I always thought there had to be a better way. So I'm excited to show off my solution right now for 360 Sync because I think that it helps really streamline the submittal management process. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to build a project. So I'm going to click Add Project. And we're going to call this ACC Submittals to Procore and Server. I'll hit Save. Now I'm going to add a mapping. And if I want to copy my submittals from Autodesk to my server, I can choose either Windows for my server. I actually don't have a server, so I'm going to choose Ignite for this example. And so now I'm going to choose my company that I want to copy my R5s from. Then I will choose my project, and then I will choose what I want to copy. I'm going to choose to copy my submittals. Notice we've always been able to copy documents, including files and folders, but now we can also copy RFIs, submittals, photos, and sheets. Today, I'm just going to copy the submittals for this project. Notice as well, I can choose to copy the submittal cover sheet and its attachments individually, or if I check the merge attachments box, that will allow me to merge both the cover sheet and the attachments, if they are images, PDFs, or Word documents, together so that they're all one file, kind of simplifying the management process there. So if I wanted to do that, then I just check that box. And so once I choose where I want those files to be copied from, which is this project in my Autodesk instance, I'm going to choose where I want to copy them to. In this example, we're going to copy them to the Ignite share folder. So this time I'm going to call this Autodesk Submittals. I'll choose that folder, and now we'll call this ACC Submittals to Ignite. All right, so now if I wanted to, I could hit Save, and then that would save this process. But I also, like I said at the beginning, I also want to copy the submittal data from Autodesk to Procore. So I'm going to hit save and duplicate. And now instead of copying my submittals in Autodesk to Ignite, I'm going to choose Procore. Now I'll come down here. I'll choose my company. I'll choose my project. And then I'll choose where I want these files to be copied to. And so now I will just choose ACC submittals to Procore submittals. And I will hit save. Now I could schedule this to run if this was a live project and I wanted this to be updated daily. I could choose to schedule it, but for this example, I'm just going to run this right now. Now, as we go into the logs, we can review all of the different submittals being copied in. I can view all of the different files that I want, double check that they were successful or not. I can also open the submittals from Ignite and review them. So in this particular example, there was not an attachment, but if there was an attachment, there'd be a second, third, fourth page, however many there were. So I can review that. Notice this is the exact template that you would get when you were downloading a submittal from Autodesk. Notice as well that we can review our submittals being copied from Autodesk to Procore. Right here you can see two things copying. One, we can see the submittal data being copied as in JSON format so that we can then copy it into Procore, and then we also see the attachments being copied. Notice as well we can see this submittal inside of Procore. If we click into it, we can see both that file and all of the information surrounding that particular submittal. So there you have it. Super easy to do. It's super easy for you to more easily manage the submittal process so that you can sync your submittals as soon as they are responded to, as soon as they are accepted or rejected. You can copy those from your Autodesk project to a Procore project. Hopefully you guys are as excited about testing this out as I am about presenting it to you. And I really expect that you guys will see a good savings of about an hour at least a day when you are doing this. So thanks for your time today and have a good rest of the day.